Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today we will be looking at the importance of arithmetic in CAT. Well, there are 5 topics that come under quantitative ability in CAT, right? The first one being arithmetic, the second one being algebra, the next one being numbers, then you have got geometry, and then you have got permutation and combination probability. So out of those 5 topics, arithmetic is one of them. And what is the importance of this topic? Well, actually, arithmetic is the opposite of wolf disguised as a sheep. It's actually a sheep in wolf's clothing. So arithmetic is easiest and it's more common in other topics. देखा जाए तो every question that you deal with is one way or the other a part of algebra, right? You have variables, you write down the equations, you work on powers, you multiply, add, divide, subtract, and so on, right? So everything is algebra, but the application that is used in most of the questions is arithmetic one. Okay, so let's start with what are the subtopics under arithmetic. So the first subtopic under arithmetic is the percentage. Now within percentages, you have got a lot of types and varieties of questions asked. So you have got the first one being the basic ones, the next one being successive percentage change, right? Now within the successive percentage change, the first one you have got is profit, loss and discount. And within this you have got adulteration. Within successive percentage change, we also look into faulty weights and balances. And we also look under compound interest. So amount under compound interest and amount under simple interest is going to be under the basic one. Okay, or the compound interest is under successive and simple interest is under basic ones. So these are the topics, subtopic under arithmetic, and you have these varieties of questions. The next part is ratio and proportion. Now in ratio and proportion, you will find that this turns out to be the most important. Arithmetic is सबसे important. Within arithmetic, ratio and proportion turns out to be the most important. So you get the basic types of questions and then you get time and work. And the next one is time, speed and distance. अब देखो भाई, there are more types of questions. For example, you have got partnership. That is nothing new. It's ratio. Okay. Then you have got averages, ratio, mixtures, ratio, alligation, ratio. So ये सब ratios के अंदर आता है. Okay, so whether I write mixtures, whether I write alligation, ये सब एक ही चीज के 10 अलग अलग नाम है, but they all come under ratios और उसका basic types है. Okay, if you look into percentages का successive, there is one more component that can be included both in ratios and proportion as well as percentage, is the questions which is based on replacement. So if you look at from the perspective of average concept, it's a part of ratios. If you look into from the perspective of fraction changes happening, it's percentages. ये सारी चीजें इसके अंदर आती हैं. Now, how many questions from arithmetic do we expect and have we come across in the exams, especially in CAT? Okay, I'll hide myself so that you guys can see this clearly, what all things I have written here. Right. So yeah, good afternoon Santosh, good afternoon Harshita. ठीक है, तो आप लोग सारा चीज देख सकते हो मैंने क्या क्या लिखा हुआ है. So this one is percentage and this entire thing is ratio and proportion. Now time, speed and distance is just a sub of subtopic, but actually itself it is itself in a topic, right? A lot of people know that when they go through some books or some particular sessions, this itself is considered as a 3 or 4 session topic where you come across such varieties of questions. This is one of the arithmetic topics where people are not comfortable with. बाकी सब हो जाता है. TSD is one topic जहाँ हमें थोड़ा सा struggle होता है. Time and work is an important one and it's relatively easier. Profit, loss and discount at the initial stage is complicated, but once you understand the relationships, profit, loss, discount also turns out to be pretty simple, right? Now, what percentile do we need and what score do we need in order to attain a certain, a certain level so that you can get into your dream college? Or if you don't have a dream college, you can get into the best of the colleges. So if you look at 2022 CAT, okay, a score of 37 we're talking about QA, okay, everyone? We're talking about QA. So a score of 37 had, was equivalent to 99.5 percentile. And a score of 33.5 was equivalent to 99 percentile. So we are going to target 99 percentile. In CAT 2021, a score of 35 to 36 was good enough. Now, in CAT 2020, there were more questions. So out of total scores, 44 was good enough. Okay? So in CAT 2022, the QA section was that of 102 marks. Idhar mein it was 66 marks. Here it was 66 marks. Okay? So if you look into this, can we say 12 questions are good enough for me to get a 99 percentile? 12 questions would mean 36 marks, right? And that's what we see, 36 or less than 36 marks. So we are like 11 to 12 questions kafi hai. So which topic, if we do perfectly so that we are accurate and we are able to solve all the questions from that topic, we will be able to attain this percentile or this score. Well, if you look at the weightage topic wise of QA, what you will see is around 8 to 9 questions are from arithmetic. If you're talking about last year CAT, the year before that, there were 7 to 10 questions from arithmetic topic itself. And before that, out of 32 questions, so these are not 32, 34 questions. So these are out of 22 questions and out of 22 questions. So आप देख सकते हो कि almost 1/3 of the total questions is from just arithmetic. And then second step, the second priority or the second most important topic being algebra. So if you look at arithmetic, if I do around 9 to 10 questions, can we say 30 marks तो इधर ही आ जाते हैं. So getting a 30 marks is pretty easy. If you want a 36 marks, or you need 2 more questions. 2 more questions you can select from either algebra or geometry or number system or higher maths, right? आप algebra से उठा सकते हो. Now there are certain types of questions from algebra, number system and modern maths which are arithmetic based questions. As in, you use arithmetic in order to solve them. The only thing is the way they are worded, it doesn't look like arithmetic. That's why we have categorically named the initial part of the session as sheep in wolf's clothing, right? Now, if you do arithmetic, there had been 85. If I look at the subtopic arithmetic, arithmetic अंदर क्या क्या आता है? There have been a total of 85 questions in the last 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022. अब आप 3 साल में सोच रहे हो 85 questions कैसे हो सकते हैं? Now, this is across all the 3 slots of CAT 2022 and 2021 and across the 2 slots of CAT 2020. Okay. The average number of questions had been 9.44, which is 9.5 questions every slot में आया ही आया है. And the weightage is above 40%. As in, out of every 10 questions, minimum 4 questions तो है ही आपके arithmetic के. Now, within these, you will find that TSD taking up the maximum number of questions, then comes in time and work, then comes in averages. ये 3 topics, these 3 topics cover almost 75% of the total questions. Okay, so you can see this is huge. Right? Obviously, if you don't do ratios, you won't be able to solve mixtures and alligation, you won't be able to solve averages, you won't be able to solve time, speed and distance, you won't be able to solve time and work. So ratios form the basics of everything, of these topics actually. And if you don't know how to solve basic questions on percentage, तो आप SICI कैसे करोगे? आप profit, loss and discount कैसे करोगे? Right? So ratios and percentage, they take up the entire arithmetic. So we are going to look into previous year questions wherein questions are not from arithmetic, but they are solved using arithmetic concept. जैसे ये वाला question, this is the first question, this is slot 3 CAT 2022. So last year third slot का question है. Here you will find that the average of all 3-digit terms in an arithmetic progression is 38, 55, 72 and so on is going to be what? Now, if you read this particular question, you will realize that this question is basically from algebra. और ये algebra में this is under APGP वाला sequences and series का question है. But I'm going to solve this using concept of arithmetic. I'm going to solve it using the concept of ratios. Okay. So the first 3-digit number. So if you look at the jump that is happening, 38 to 55, this is a jump of 10 and 17. This is another jump of 17. So 17 के table में, if we keep on going, right, from 38 onwards, so what I'm going to do is 38, 55, 72 ऐसे चलते जाते हैं. Now 17 के table में how much do we need? 17 के table में which numbers come? So we have the numbers 17 into 2, 34, then 17 into 3, 51, 68. So what you will realize is I am decreasing 4 from every term here. Okay? Now I'm going to pay attention to the bottom wala series and the actual series. I'll change it accordingly. So the smallest number, 3-digit number in the table of 17 is I believe going to be 17 into 6 is 102. So ये 102 आने वाला है. And the largest 3-digit number in the table of 17 is going to be 1020. है ना? एक zero लगा दो वो भी होगा. So it's a 4-digit number though. If 1020 is a 4-digit number and it will be in the table of 17. So if I subtract 17, I will be getting, say I am not using any of the concept of AP here. है ना? So 1020, 17 पीछे 1003, 17 पीछे, so this is going to be 986. So these are the numbers that we are looking into. Now these numbers came after subtracting 4 from the actual series. So what should have been the actual values in the real AP given? So after reduction of 4, this is 102, so this should be 106. And after reduction of 4, this is 986, so this should be 990. So इस series में 106 is the first number and 990 is the largest number out of all the 3-digit numbers, right? Now 102, if you remember, this was 17 into 6 and this was 17 into 60, so this is 59, this is 58. 17 into 58 here. Now, if I want to find the sum of all this, I'm going to use the concept of averages and not arithmetic progression now. Now, what is the concept of averages? Concept of averages says what we have to do is take the average of the first, sorry, not this, but rather this. Take the average of the first and the last number and multiply it with the number of numbers you have. Now, the number of numbers we have is 17 into 6 se leke 17 into 58. So, if you count, these are a total of 58 minus 5, 53 numbers. So, there are 53 3-digit numbers within this given series. So, this is going to give us 996, 1096 by 2, 548 into 53. So 548 into 53 is the calculation we need to do. Let me see. ये quant के percentile versus score है. Yes, Naveen, this is quant का percentile versus score. Okay. Yeah. So 548 into 53. This is going to result in. अच्छा, we don't need the sum, no? We just need the average. तो ये तो 548 हो गया यहीं पे. 548 is the answer. This is a theta question, right? I did not use any AP का sequence. What is the first term? What is the last term? कुछ नहीं करा. I used the concept of ratios. Ratios के अंदर average आता है. I still got the answer. Okay. Next one. CAT 2021 का slot 1 question. A basket of 2 apples, 4 oranges and 6 mangoes cost the same as a basket of 1 apple, 4 oranges and 8 mangoes, or a basket of 8 oranges and 7 mangoes. Then the number of mangoes in a basket of mangoes that has the same cost as the other baskets is. So this is again a question from algebra. Arithmetic का नहीं है, ये algebra topic है, and this is under linear equations. But again, I'm going to use the concept of ratios or basic arithmetic rather than algebra in order to solve this question. So it is given that a basket of 2 apples and 4 oranges, oranges ko I'm writing R, and 6 mangoes is same as the cost of an apple and 4 oranges and 8 mangoes, or a basket of 8 oranges and 7 mangoes. Then the number of mangoes in a basket of mangoes that has the same cost as the basket is. Okay. So if I look at these two, what you will find is apples decreased by 1. Apple 1 से कम हो गया ना, and mango increased by 2. So mango 2 से बड़ा and apple decreased by 1. So if I decrease apple further by 1, I will get 0 apples, 4 oranges will remain as such, and mangoes will increase by 2. Still we will have the same cost. So this is 10 mangoes, right? Now, we will now equate these two. अगर इन दोनों को अब equate करेंगे, what we will find is, if I reduce the number of oranges by 4, the number of mangoes increases by 3. Which means if I reduce number of oranges by 4, I will be left with 0 oranges, and number of mangoes will increase by 3, so I will have 13 mangoes. 13 mangoes will be equal to 8 oranges plus 7 mangoes. Yani ki which is same as the cost of every other basket. So how many mangoes are required? 13. B is the answer. No substitution, no elimination. Basic. Okay. Next question. This is slot 3 of last year CAT. Suppose the medians BD and CE of a triangle ABC, of a triangle ABC intersect at a point O, and if area of triangle ABC is 108 centimeters square, then the area of the triangle EOD is what? Now, this question says that you need to have a triangle. I will assume it's an equilateral triangle. I'm going to use ratio. Now we have BD, which is the median. So I will draw the median here. And then we have CE. So I'll take the midpoint of AB and I'll take this as CE. And it is given that they intersect at O. If the area of the entire triangle is 108 square centimeter, then the area of the triangle EOD is going to be how much? So of course a bit of geometry or triangles का logic लगने वाला है, but we are not going to use geometry का area का calculation. We are simply going to use ratios, which is a part of arithmetic only. Okay. So do remember that in any given triangle, any triangle, not equilateral, if you take the midpoints of the sides of a triangle and if you join them, you will find 4 small triangles. The area of all the 4 small triangles are same. ये पहला. And the second is, if you take any triangle and if you join all the medians, you will find 6 small triangles. The area of these 6 are same. So if I look at this entire triangle and I assume that this is the midpoint of this side BC, ठीक है, equilateral माना है हमने, तो मैं single dot दे देता हूँ. Now if I join this, the area of this particular triangle, which is EDF, will be 1/4 the area of the entire triangle. Okay, so 1/4 of 108 पूरे EDF का area. Now, if this is 108 and if I join the median, this area is going to be 1/6 of EDF. This one is going to be 1/6 of EDF. 1/6 and 1/6 means 1/3. So the area of triangle EOD is 1/3 of 1/4 of 108. Now this is 1/12 of 108. And what is 108 by 12? 12 into 9 is 108. So the answer is 9. Okay. Next question. Let D and E be points on side AB and AC respectively of a triangle ABC such that AB, BD 2, 1, AC, CE 2:3, area of triangle this is this. So triangles का question है and ratio is given. So I'll be using ratios and not geometry. So this is again a question from geometry which was classified in geometry in 2022. ये arithmetic topic के अंदर इस question को count नहीं किया गया था. But still we are using arithmetic to solve this. Right? So this is geometry and triangles. So we have the triangle A, B and C. We have a point such that I'll divide it into 3 equal parts where AD and DB is 2:1 and AE and CE is 2:3. So I need to break it down into 5 equal parts. जहाँ पे 2 parts is AE, ठीक है? And 3 equal parts and 3 parts is CE. So this is how I have drawn so that I can be more accurate. Okay, so I'm going to draw E here. Okay, next it says area of the triangle ADE is 8 centimeter square. पूरे triangle ABC का निकालो. I'm saying I don't need any of that. What I'm going to do is I can say AD is 2, DB is 1, A is 2 and EC is 3. हमें ये पता है ना? So how do we calculate area of a triangle when you have a common vertex? Area of this is given as 2 into 2. So इसका area 4 है. So area of triangle ADE is 4. This is not relevant right now. And what is the area of the entire triangle ABC? Area of entire triangle ABC is multiply the 2 sides. So this is 3 and this is 5. So 3 into 5 which is going to be 15 or मैं इधर 2 into 2 लिख देता हूँ which is 4. This is the relationship between area of that small triangle and the large triangle. This is the ratio. But it is given to us that area of the triangle ADE is not 4 but rather 8. So area of the entire triangle won't be 15 but rather 30. So answer हो जाएगा आपका 30. I will hide myself. मेरे को लगा कि शायद नहीं दिख रहा होगा. Excuse me. Right? Again, ratios का logic. Now, in order to come to this quick calculation, of course, we should be very good with ratios throughout. है ना? तो geometry strong हो जाता है if your ratio topic is strong. Okay, next question is the mean as in average of all 4-digit even natural numbers of the form AABB where A is greater than 0 is. CAT 2020 का slot 1 का question है ये. Right? So this was categorized as numbers का question. Numbers topic का है and it's talking about even numbers. Some people may also get confused this with PNC का logic. Right? So which is the smallest number? Even number. Even means B should be even. Of the form AABB. So can we say the smallest number will be 1100, the smallest 4-digit number? And what would be the largest 4-digit number of the form AABB? So ye 88 and this is 99. Can we say 9988 is the largest number, 1100 is the smallest? Question asked is what is the mean? So मैं average का logic लगाऊंगा कि first and last का average निकाल लो. So 1100 plus 9988. So this is going to be 1188 and we need to divide it by 2 now. So this is going to be 5544. This is your answer. right? You're talking about this question, Nadim. Please go through the playlist where we have discussed geometry questions that come in CAT, where we have discussed why do we do this calculation whenever you have a line passing through two sides of a triangle. This is the shortcut used, which uses the concept of ratios and not geometry. Geometry का एक formula use हो रहा है half AB sin theta, but that is only used at the initial stage to understand this shortcut. Thereafter, this is not used. तो ये जल्दी solve हो जाता है. Okay, so 55-44. Next question. A solid right circular cone of height 27 cm is cut into two pieces along a plane parallel to its base at a height of 18 cm from the base. If the difference in the volume of the two pieces is 225, the volume of the original cone is. Now, some people will look at this and say this is 3D geometry or 3D mensuration, और उसको वैसे solve करेंगे. मैं बोल रहा हूँ इसको ratio से solve करेंगे. Okay, a bit of mensuration formula or the logic is going to be used, but logic is going to be used, not the formula. So since it's a right circular cone, so this is the cone and its height is 27 cm. And it is cut into two pieces. One of the pieces is cut along a plane parallel to its base at a height of 18 cm. तो ये ना 27 और 18 का कंसर्न नहीं हमारा. हमारा कंसर्न है 27 and 18 का रेशियो क्या है. Okay, so please understand, it's all about ratios. So can we say 27 and 18 is 9 into 2 is 18, 9 into 3 is 27. So this is how I'm going to draw. This is the entire height. I'm going to break it into three equal parts such that this is from where it was cut 18 or total 27 tha. So one part is here, one part is here and one part is here. So base से 18 के height पे cut हुआ था. Now, the moment this cut was done along this particular height, what we will have is we will have two cones. One will be this small cone with a height of 1 and another will be this particular cone with a height of 3. And these two cones turn out to be similar. अब दुनिया का कोई भी cone लो and you cut it along the parallel to the base, you will get a small cone and the original cone. They will always be similar. That has got nothing to do with frustum here. Ignore maro frustum ko. Now, the moment you have one of the sides ka ratio is 1:3, if I talk about the volume of this cone will be 1 cube and volume of this cone will be 3 cube. Now, some of you must be thinking ki, "Arey sir, nahi. The volumes are actually, 1/3 pi r square h करके होता है सर कुछ नहीं. If one of the sides is given and you have two similar figures, all you have to do is cube it in order to get the volume. So volume of this small cone is 1 and the volume of the large cone is 27. मतलब कि नीचे वाले का volume is 26. Now question says if the difference in the volume is 225 centimeter cube cc. So 26 minus 1 is given as 225. So 25 is given as 225. So how many times is this? This is 9 times. So ratios logic के हिसाब से this is 9 times, this is 9 times. The volume of the original cone will be, ये हमने कितना निकाला था? The volume was 1 and 27 ना? तो 27 का 9 times is what we need. What is 27 का 9 times? 27 का 9 times you can calculate, or 3 cube into 3 square is 3 to the power 5. So what would be 27 का 9 times? 243. ये आपका आंसर है. Or you can simply say 27 into 9 will end in a 3. That's the only option you have. Mensuration का question. No formula for area volume of a cone required. Ratios logic से solve हो गया. ठीक है? Ratios means you take the basic values and then you extrapolate it. You make it bigger. Another question. Slot 3 of CAT 2020. How many of the integers are divisible by none of 2, 5 and 7? Now, this is again a question from numbers logic or set theory, depending upon how you look at it. पर इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. Okay. Since it says it's divisible by none of 2, 5 and 7. So which number closest to 120 is divisible by 2, 5 and 7? That is what we need, right? So we have 70 hai ya fir 140 hai, right? We have these two numbers. So what I will do is I will choose 140. So I'm saying 1 se leke 140 tak, how many numbers are not divisible by 2, 5 or 7? बहुत simple है. 140 tak, out of every two numbers, one number is not divisible by 2. Out of every 5 numbers, 4 numbers are not divisible by 5. And out of every 7 numbers, 6 numbers are not divisible by 7. आप इसको multiply कर दो. You will get none of the numbers getting multiplied. Being in the multiple of either of these three. So this is going to give us 2 times 24 into 2, 48 aaya. But remember, this is question asked was up to 120. We need from we have calculated up to 140. So 121 se leke 140 tak, how many numbers are not divisible by none of 2, 5 or 7 is included in this. We don't need those. So we need to get rid of them. So 121 एक हो जाएगा, जो कि आपका ना तो 2 से ना 5 से ना 7 से होता है. 122 is by 2, so we can't take that. That was not included already. 123, no, it's not divisible by either one of them. 125, 5 से हो गया. 127, so that will be included. 129, so 70 and 59. 131, 70 and 61. 133, 71 and 63. 131 is divisible by 7. 135 is divisible by 5. 135 हो गया. 137 and then 139. 139 is 70 and 69. So what we got is 7 more numbers that are counted in this 48. So there will be a total of 48 minus these 7 numbers. जो extra count हो गए थे उनको हटा दिया हमने. कैसे? Manually calculate करके. If I try to solve this question using set theory, how many numbers are divisible by all? How many numbers are divisible by only 2 and 5? How many numbers are divisible by only 2 and 7? How many numbers are divisible by 7 only? बहुत लंबा calculation होगा. I'll have to do 7 calculations and then subtract. और उसमें भी 120 का 7 वाला table वाला नहीं बनेगा. 2 and 5 will work out. 2 and 7 and 5 and 7 will not work out because up to 120 it's not possible. So I use the concept of ratios to get the answer so quick. Had it been 140, तो मेरा एक लाइन में होता अभी भी. पर set theory logic से या numbers logic से, it would have taken us a lot of time. Slot 3 question, CAT 2020 itself. The points are opposite vertices of a parallelogram. If the other two vertices lie on this line, then C is equal to. So, of course, we are going to use the concept of geometry, quadrilaterals. पर उसके बाद ना हम common sense लगाने वाले. We are going to use concept of averages, which is arithmetic. So, this is quadrilaterals का question. पर हम arithmetic लगाएंगे. So, opposite points are 2, 1 and -3, -4. This is going to give us a diagonal. The other diagonal will meet this and this is going to be the midpoint. If this is the midpoint of the diagonal, that means the coordinate of this is going to be average of 2 and -3, which is -1 by 2. Average of 1 and -4, which is -3 by 2. Now, if this is the equation of the line, that means -1 by 2, -3 by 2 should satisfy this. So -1 by 2 plus 9 times -3 by 2 is equal to D, plus C is equal to 0 here. So from here we will get C is equal to 27 plus 1, 28 by 2, which will give us 14, and C is your answer. और ये बहुत पुराने क्वेश्चंस नहीं है where you can you will assume that पहले क्वेश्चंस इजी आते थे. Initially, before CAT was online, that is 2009 से पहले, the questions of CAT were very time consuming, they were lengthy, they were calculative. But since it has been online, the questions are more conceptual in nature, they are tricky. You have to use smart approaches rather than the orthodox approaches. 48 कैसे आया? 48 किसका कैसे आया? इसको सॉल्व किया ना 48? 140 into 1 by 2 into 4 by 5 into 6 by 7. 2 into 5 into 7 is 70. 70 into 2. 2 into 1 into 4 into 6 is 48. नहीं? Multiply करो. All over. Okay, next. How many pairs of positive integers satisfy the equation? Satisfy the equation. Sorry, ये दो बार लिखा गया. What I will do is I'll erase this. So satisfy the equation m square plus 105 plus n square. Positive integers satisfying the equation. Some people will consider this as algebra. Some people will consider this from the topic numbers. मैं बोल रहा हूं कि ठीक है, algebra numbers होगा. This is, I mean, we can dispute on this, right? हम लोग आर्ग्यू कर सकते हैं, वेरिएबल है तो अलजेब्रा है, बट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फैक्टर्स, तो ये नंबर्स होने वाला है. आई एम सेइंग कि दोनों है, बट आई कैन स्टिल सॉल्व दिस यूजिंग अरिथमेटिक कॉन्सेप्ट. अरिथमेटिक में बहुत ही सिंपल इवन ऑड का लॉजिक लगा लूंगा मैं. सो इफ आई इंटरचेंज, आई कैन राइट n square minus m square is equal to 105, right? Which is of the form n minus m into n plus m is equal to 105. Now, we are talking about positive integers. So, n minus m and n plus m, they both are going to be positive. You can't take n minus m is negative, because if n minus m is negative, if n minus m is negative, तो n plus m will not be negative. है ना? n minus m, देखो m और n दोनों positive integer. If their difference is, if their sum will be positive, sum of two positive integers is positive. So I need to make sure that n minus m is also positive. So when you have two positive integers and their sum is positive, their difference is positive, एक चीज fix है, that n has to be greater than n. आप ऐसे नहीं लिख सकते कि 1 minus 2 n को n minus m. You can't write that. Another thing is, since the product is 105, that means each of n minus m and n plus m, they are going to be odd, right? Which means that n minus m is odd and m plus m is odd, which means n even होगा, m odd होगा, या फिर n odd होगा and m even होगा. Right? Odd into odd gives you odd. Difference of two numbers, if it is odd, their sum is also odd. If their difference is even, their sum is also even. तो ये दोनों possible है ही नहीं. So the answer is 0. कोई ऐसा दो perfect squares का हम लोग एक सेकेंड, अच्छा सॉरी, नहीं, n minus m, the both are odd. This is possible. ठीक है, तो इसको ऐसे सॉल्व करेंगे. अब नेक्स्ट, we can write 1 into 105 is equal to 105. So n plus m is equal to 105 and n minus m is equal to 1. Don't have to solve it. This will give you an answer. Next is 3 into 35 is 105. ये भी आपको आंसर देगा. You don't have to solve this. You will get n plus m is equal to 35 and n minus m is equal to 3. Second. Next one we can have is 5 into 21. Next we can have is 7 into 15. Next, the moment I write this as 15 into 7, तो ये पॉसिबल नहीं है कि डिफरेंस इज 15 एंड दिस सम इज 7. अगर ऐसा कुछ है ना कि दो नंबर्स का डिफरेंस इज लार्जर देन देयर सम, दैट मींस वन ऑफ देम इज नेगेटिव. पर ये तो अलाउड नहीं है ना, सो वी कांट हैव एनी आंसर. सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव दीज 4 आंसर्स. Okay. Now, instead of 105, had this been 210, तो ये कभी possible नहीं होने वाला. So from here, please do remember this particular rule, that difference of any two perfect squares is either odd or a multiple of 4. ये rule की तरह याद कर लो आप. As in, if I ask you what is a square minus b square is equal to 122. 122 ना तो odd है, 120 ना तो 4 के टेबल में आता है. Answer is no such solution. Integral solutions exist. Real numbers we will have infinite possibilities, but integral solutions will be 0. कोई आंसर नहीं है. Say here, since we had 105, it means you will have answers, and this is how you are going to solve it. Total number of factors of 105 by 2. पर मैंने factors नहीं लगाना था ना. I did not have to use numbers का logic. I wanted to use arithmetic logic, basic even odd का concept. So I used it. Next question, 2019 का slot 2. So this is like 4 years ago. The number of common terms in these two sequences is going to be which one? So we have 15, 19, 23, 27 and so on. And the last one is 415. Okay? This is a question from algebra and sequences and series, right? पर मैं इसको रेशियो लगा के सॉल्व करूंगा. Next one is 14, 19, 24, 29 and so on, and this is up to 464. What I find out here is there is a common difference of 4, and here what I find out is there is a common difference of 5. Okay? Now, first step is you need to find out the common differences of the two series. उसके बाद you need to find out which series ends first. So this series, the first series ends first. If the first series ends first, तो यहां पर आपको क्या करना है? You need to find out the number of terms. ठीक है? So if I start subtracting 15 from every term, I'll get 0. I will be getting 4. I will be getting 8. I'll be getting 12. और last वाला 400 आएगा. Looking at this, we can say that there are 101 terms. Right? ये आपका second step हो गया. Find the smallest series and find the series whose last term is going to end first. We can already see 415 पहले खत्म हो रहा. उसके बाद कितने terms हैं? There are 101 terms here. Now, since the common difference of the other AP is 5, तो इस series का 1 out of every 5 terms will be common. So 1/5 of 100 terms निकाल लो आप, क्योंकि 1/5 of 101 तो होगा नहीं ना, point आएगा. So 1/5 of 100 terms, this is going to give us 20 terms which are going to be common. I'll repeat. 5 is the common difference of the other series. तो inverse proportion के logic से, out of every 5 terms, 1 term will be common. And that term is not the first term. That term is 5 के group का second term. So out of 100 terms, we will have 1/5 of 100, that is 20 terms. What about 101st term? Can we say 101st term will be a term like this, जहां पर पहला वाला common नहीं है, second वाला common है. So answer will be कि इसमें कोई term common नहीं है. So total in 101 terms, you will find 20 terms common. Had the question been 102 terms में कितने common है? So out of the first 100 terms, 1/5 of that is 20 terms will be common. And then 101st will not be common, 102nd will be common. 101st is not going to be common, 102nd is going to be common. तो उस केस में 21 terms common हो जाते हैं. Right now we have 20 terms common. I did not have to use any general term of an AP का formula, nth term of an AP का formula. I did not have to use any of that. I can still calculate this question using basic arithmetic ratios. Right? Ration, proportion, averages. Any concept से you can solve a lot of questions, right? As you can see that arithmetic का एक भी हमने solve नहीं करा. We solved questions from geometry, we solved questions from numbers a lot. We solved questions from algebra, even linear equations using arithmetic logic, right? So arithmetic is very, very important. So anyone who is facing any difficulty in any of the questions, please make sure that you go through the playlist of our CAT series. In that, we have discussed the concepts and the shortcuts to all we have done today. Okay. So I would like everyone to please give a like to the video. Okay, that's all that is required. That's all we expect from you guys. Okay, and you can download our app from Google Play, and on the homepage you can click on the button which says talk to our counselor, and you can get the information regarding any products or any of the batches that are about to begin. Okay. Also join us for 15 power pack session, which is CAT 2023 Chronicles from 7th September to 23rd September, 7 p.m. Okay. So this is one of, this series is going to contain sessions related to VA, RC, QA, and LRDI, all three. And 2nd September onwards, we have also started another series, which is Prelude to CAT 2024. All these series are available on the app. So make sure that you download the app and watch all these sessions for free. Okay. And these are again another 12 power pack sessions where we discussed about Prelude means we are about to begin 2024 CAT, right? So what are the things that are required? What are the colleges? What are the exams? We discuss all of that. And NMAT crash course for this year is going to begin from 26th of September. So 7 p.m. Okay. So make sure that you attend these sessions. These are power pack live sessions. So these are not recorded ones. This happens in real time. So if you guys have any doubts, you can discuss. Highly probable questions are going to be asked, and section wise booster series will happen. Okay. Do not forget to join us for the live analysis of All India Open Mock CAT 2, which happened recently on 24th of September at 11 a.m. ठीक है, इस coming Sunday को 11 a.m. पे. Okay. So in this we are going to discuss about the paper and what was the level of different level of difficulty. What should you expect? What should be a good percentile? We are going to discuss all of that. So be present. And if you're targeting this year CAT, you can get our test series, and the test series is curated by IM alumni. You get more than 85 mocks with 25 CAT mocks and more than 55 non-CAT. You are given recorded video solutions for each question, detailed mock analysis, your strengths and weaknesses are discussed. It's system generated, artificial intelligence is applied so that you get the best and the closest, whatever your target or whatever you are currently doing and you want to achieve. And you will also be given 3 All India Open mock tests. Okay, the next All India Open mock test is going to happen from 29th of September to 8th of October. This is another 10 days window. So again, do not miss out on this session, this mock. Just like the last 2 mocks, a lot of students, they came to know that where they stand pan India, what are their strengths and weaknesses, right? They look at the video solutions and they get to know how to approach problems better. So make sure that you attempt this particular mock as well. And you can be one among our CAT 2023 toppers this year, just like CAT 2022. All you need to do is write a scholarship test. The scholarship test date is 23rd of September at 11 a.m. And make sure that you register for this. Avail up to 90% scholarship for our CAT preparation programs. Do not forget to follow us on social media and like and join our pages. You can also join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S MBA Doubts. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being online. Have a look into the queries, whatever you guys have asked. नहीं, values of N and M की जरूरत है नहीं. Yes, Abhi. In NMAT games and tournament come, but they do not come as the difficult ones. बहुत ही simple आता है. See, who asked this question? नहीं, you asked no कि N और M की value बताओ. नहीं, simple सी बात है. I will be getting the values of N and M. वो कौन सी value है, क्यों count करना? Are they asking us? Should we really waste our time finding out, फिर count करेंगे? देखो, ये time versus मेरा मन कर रहा है की बात है ना? For example, from Delhi to Agra, I want to visit. I want to visit Agra and I am leaving from Delhi. One thing is, I want to reach Agra as soon as possible. Why to drive so much and what to do? पहुंचना है, काम करना है, वापस आ जाना है. And the other kind of approach is मेरे को गाड़ी चलाने का मन है. So instead of going to Agra, first of all I'll go to Chandigarh. From Chandigarh I'll go to Dehradun. From Dehradun I'll go to Banaras, Haridwar, and then I'll come back to Agra. In competitive exams, you do not have enough time to be roaming here and there. You have to be very straightforward. In this particular question, they are asking us kitne answers hain. They're not asking you what are those answers. So I know that for each of them I'm going to get an answer. आपके लिए लिख दिया ना, 2 solution लिख दिए, आप solve करके देखो. You will be getting the value of n as 53 and 52 from the first one, n and m. Second वाले में से you will be getting the values as 14 and 11. Not 14 and 11, sorry. 19 and 15. Sorry, 3 का है ना. 19 and 16. आ रहा है ना? तो क्यों ढूंढूं मैं? 19, 16. That's not required, no? Had they asked us what is the sum of all the values of m? So in order to have the sum, you need to find out the values. क्योंकि तभी ऐड कर पाओगे. वो समझ में आता है. So these types of questions are very, very common where they ask you कितने answers हैं rather than क्या answers हैं. How many answers are there rather than what are those answers. So if they are asking us the count, simply count it. Okay? You save a lot of time. Competitive exam is all about time and accuracy. Right? So, thank you everyone. I'll see you guys again very soon. Until then, take care.